You are watching the Friday edition of Platinum Northwest TV News. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Philadelphia Mangoeng. These are the leading top stories. First up, MPs are accusing Northwest officials of avoiding accountability for the Madikwe elephant crisis and still shining the spotlight this youth month. We take a look at young people using waste to create wealth. In the business news, Stats General Maluleke has disputed Capitec CEO's unemployment rate claims. And in the sports news, battle lines are drawn in the Vodacom URC Grand Final. We begin here. Members of the Portfolio Committee on Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment have accused Northwest officials of gross mismanagement and avoiding accountability for the ongoing elephant problem in the Madikwe Game Reserve. Now, the Daily Maverick reported the crisis years in the making, which has now led to mass starvation and death among elephants, extensive environmental degradation and a controversial proposal to cull as many as 1,200 of them. The most damning testimony came from Douglas Volherter, manager of the Wildlife Protection Unit at the National Council of Societies for the Protection of Cruelty to Animals, now whose representation laid bare a catalogue of failings by the Northwest Parks and Tourism Board, as well as the Provincial Department of Economic Development, Environment Conservation and Tourism. Now, the Madikwe Game Reserve currently has over 1,600 elephants, more than 3 times its initial carrying capacity of 500 and more than 6 times the 250 elephant maximum recommended by the early management plans, according to the NSPCA. In other news, as we continue celebrating Youth Month, the spotlight is on the passionate young environmentalists of the Thrive Development Projects Company Club that is based in the village of Makau near Brits. The youth-driven registered non-profit company is transforming lives and landscape through a unique model that combines environmental sustainability with community development. Now, TDPC focuses on converting organic waste into natural fertilizer, which is used to grow fresh vegetables in their community garden. These vegetables are then sold locally, providing nutritious produce while promoting environmentally responsible practices. Established back in 2019, TDPC operates on 2 core pillars: environmental service and youth engagement. The organization raises awareness, educates communities, and implements initiatives to address pressing ecological challenges. In more news, the Cabinet has approved the ban of the import of Terbufos. Now, this follows incidents in the country where a number of children died after consuming toxic snacks that were bought from spaza shops. Minister in the Presidency, Kumbuzo Nchabeni, announced the decision during a post-cabinet briefing yesterday. She said that the ban aims to prevent future public health crises related to food contamination. Nchabeni says a report compiled by experts indicate that highly hazardous product caused the death of 6 children in Naledi, Soweto. Meanwhile, Health Minister Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi said that the department is monitoring the emergence of a new COVID-19 variant associated with a rise in cases in certain regions of Asia. Moving on to international news now, a plane carrying 242 people crashed near a major international airport in the western Indian city of Ahmedabad shortly after takeoff yesterday, killing all but 1 passenger who was seen walking away with after the crash with bruises on his arms. The survivor, Kumar Ramesh, a British national of Indian origin, is doing well but psychologically disturbed by the event. This according to the medical director of the civil hospital where he is currently being treated. Now, Ramesh, who spoke to his father just before takeoff and then after the plane crashed, said that he has no words to describe the crash. According to the manifest, there were 230 passengers and 12 crew members that were on board. And with that, let's take a look now at the business news. In the business news, Statistician General Maluleke has called on the Capitec CEO to publicly publicly present his method of determining South Africa's unemployment rate. This comes after Fourie questions Status Sa's employment figures. He has argued that the country's unemployment data exclude those employed in the informal sector. Fourie also says that if the individuals were to be added, then the unemployment rate would be close to 10%. Maluleke says that SA data is beyond reproach. And that's all from the business news. Up next, we get the very latest in the sports. In rugby news, the Vodacom Bulls will face Leinster in the grand final of the cross-hemisphere competition to be held in Dublin on Saturday as part of the Vodacom United Rugby Championship. Both teams are aiming to secure the title after several seasons of contending closely. Following the elimination of last season's champions Glasgow Warriors by Leinster in the semi-finals, a new champion will be determined at Croke Park. Now the match will start at 6 p.m. and will be broadcast live on SuperSport. This marks the Vodacom Bulls' third appearance in the grand final since the 2021-2022 season, while Leinster makes its first appearance since the 2020-2021 season when they claimed their 8th title. Leinster finished the league stage as the top-ranked team, followed by the Vodacom Bulls, making this a compelling showdown between the two leading sides in the competition. Moving on to cricket news now, the Proteas women kicked off their highly anticipated tour of the West Indies with a hard-fought yet ultimately disappointing 4-wicket Duckworth-Lewis defeat in the first ODI international against the hosts at the Oval in Cave Hill on Wednesday. Now, South Africa posted 232 for 9 after being sent in by West Indies captain Hayley Matthews. Now, opener Tasman Britt scored 57 of 65, her second ODI half-century and the second fastest South African woman to 1,000 runs. She partnered with captain Laurel Wolvaardt, who secured 27 in a 73-run opening stand. The Proteas faltered mid-innings, losing quick wickets after a strong start. The West Indies opened aggressively. However, Ayanda Hlubi's 3 for 50 and Nondumiso Shangas's wicket reduced the Windies to 127 for 4, sparking a resistance. Rain delayed play, setting West Indies' revised target at 180 of 34 overs via the Duckworth-Lewis. Now, Stephanie Taylor's unbeaten 30 guided West Indies to a 4-wicket win with 2 overs remaining. The series now stands at 1-0 to the West Indies ahead of the June 14th second ODI, and the Proteas aim to level. And that's where we're going to have to leave it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back again on Tuesday. Till then, have a blessed long weekend. Good night and take care.